Ladies and gentlemen, every week we get a chance to find out who are the best teams.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Not just by watching every single week. It's hard to project who's the best team, but not just by learning each week whenever we're talking about all the storylines, but having a focus on a particular group on an offense that is basically an indicator on whether or not the team's going to be shit or not. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go into the trenches with AQ Shipley's top 5 performing offensive lines from week 4.
Yeah, AQ.
This is very important to teams.
Yep.
If you're on here, it means your team's probably going to be good this year. Congratulations. Who's number 5 performing offensive line from week 4?
Number 5 is the Denver Broncos.
Whoa,
okay.
2-2 this year.
Yeah, let me start with saying this might be their debut in the history of In the Trenches. They have not been on it at all, and the reason being, J.K. Dobbins, 100 yards rushing this week. First time Denver Broncos rusher in over 30 games.
Wow, that's a long time.
So let's take a look at it. Let's watch Big Garrett Bowles as he pulls around to the left right here. Let's take a look at him. Let's look at Cortland Sutton on the edge right here. Peel back, boom, put him down. Look at Cortland Sutton. If we can rewind this, Cortland Sutton, wide receiver, on a linebacker. Runs his ass off the screen, and you'll see him finish on the sideline. Pancake on top of him.
Wow, Sutton had a pancake, then we had a blindside peel back.
Peel back, shoulder back on him, boom, put his ass down.
Wow, physical group. Boys, is the guy with the dread still on this team?
Oh, yeah. Quinn Minders, yeah.
Yeah.
That's him at right guard.
Love him.
Dog.
Love everything about him. They wanted to invest in the offensive line last time. Before Sean Payton took the job, he understood that the offensive line was not great in Denver, and he can't be great if you don't have a great offensive line. You're saying they found it feels like.
Their 2 tackles have played phenomenal this year. Lowest pressure rate amongst tackles. Garrett Bowles and Mike McGlinchey, who they paid a ton of money in to bring him over from San Francisco. They're very good up front.
Congratulations to the Broncos. This is good news for your team.
Yep.
You're 2-2. Obviously, you're not perfect. You're a flawed team, as every team is, except for the Eagles and the Bills at this point. But the Eagles got an issue going on in there. Yeah. And then the Bills, this might be their year. But if your offensive line is being featured as one of the best offensive lines in all of football, what our research has shown us is that your team's going to be good. Now, on that note, one of the teams that was on this a lot and then ended up being bad is, I believe, this number 4 team.
Oh.
The Atlanta Falcons. Remember 2 years ago?
Yeah, they were on here all the time.
They were on here early. Like, these guys are so good. These guys are geniuses. Look at their scheme. Coach got his ass fucking fired. They're doing a fool. They were not good. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
So the only outlier from this entire segment for the last few years of your team being good and the offensive line being featured on here, the only non-existent situation, the Atlanta Falcons from a couple years ago. We're not going to hold that against them here from 2025.
No. Yeah, we're also not going to play analytics and say that their quarterback wasn't Desmond Ritter either. Let's start there.
That wasn't analytics. That was
I mean, let's just start there. But the fact is, they are and have been very good up front, and they still are. Bijan is playing out of his mind. Their offensive line is playing out of their mind. They're missing their right tackle, Caleb McGarry, due to injury. Let's watch this scheme. We're going to send Charlie Werner back across the formation. Watch this over-the-top ball handling, bend back. Werner, and look at Elijah Wilkinson, seal the edge. Look at this freaking play. This is unbelievable.
They let that guy free on purpose, you're saying? The guy that was almost tackling?
Yeah, because Charlie Werner's coming, bluffing around him. Get around. Don't block him, because all we need you to do is get the edge. We are leaving somebody unblocked to get to the edge.
That's smart. That's having a lot of confidence. That who's the running back
Algier.
there? Algier is going to be able to break the tackle in the backfield there and let the guy get through. And I feel like he played that very well, that defensive end.
Yeah, that's Von Miller, I believe. A little longer in the tooth, but a good player. I mean, look, this is why backers get paid the big bucks to make guys miss one-on-one in open space. But, yeah, I'm sure Von wants that play back.
Well, congratulations to the Atlanta Falcons. Your offensive line is still around.
Yeah.
Now, to the Atlanta Falcons fans that we've said that to before when you were featured on here, and your team inevitably was absolutely shite, we'd like to say this time it's different.
They're trending up.
Penix is a guy.
Penix is a guy from week to week. We got to really base that on who he's playing and how he shows up, because against Carolina, didn't show up.
Worst game.
But the 2 games they've won, he's looked fantastic. He threw some deep balls in this game.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Okay, let's go to the next. Who's the number 3 offensive line out of week 4?
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Whoa.
Wow.
3-1, boys.
I don't know if I like that.
Keep your name out his fucking mouth, thank you.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You better watch out when you're speaking that certain way to Liam Cohen. But let's take a look at this group. They're really good. They're not just...
What's this guy's deal? You better. Yeah, you're right. You better. Can we put that tail of tape up? I don't like that we were a part of the problem.
Did we fix it first before we put the tail of the
Good
tape
question.
We
Con,
better
man.
have.
Well, that's my.
No,
We did
it has not
it.
been
He's
fixed.
6'2".
What the hell?
He is 6'2". I'm sick of it. And remember, Liam's scrappy. Always has been, always will. Not that Coach Saleh isn't. But Liam's not going to go down without a dogfight for sure. That's Liam Cohen football. And I like that there was a little bit of a dust-up out there between Liam Cohen and Robert Saleh. But I think Liam Cohen does have the mentality of a dog, and I think his players have the same exact mentality. They got a team brewing down there in Duval. And I personally, as Indianapolis Colts fan, don't love it. He is 6'2". That's him from college. Well, you say, come on, that's actually him.
It's him.
Yeah.
It's too.
No
Quarterback.
doubt. No
Number
doubt.
12.
He went to LaSalle Academy. You know that
That was
place?
so
Yeah,
funny.
of course. And then guess where he went to college?
Where did he go to college?
UMass Amherst, baby. Go Minutemen.
Yeah, and he's from Rhode Island there, a small little town. Think about how many people have said, you're never going to make it out of here.
Yeah.
You're never going to make it out of here. And Liam said, wait till I'm 6'2". What's that?
Victor Cruz quarterback.
Yeah, Victor Cruz was there?
That was his quarterback.
Oh, my God, they were salsa. They were doing the entire thing. I mean,
All makes sense.
we remember this all.
Yeah.
What we'd like to let Liam know is we appreciate the way you handled that situation. And I don't think any of us knew Saleh was 6'4". If you knew that in that moment, it takes a lot of gut sack, dude, just to be like, actually, yeah, I am going to fight that guy.
Yeah, because Saleh was ready for war instantly.
Kyle Shanahan says he's a nice guy, but every once in a while, I guess you got to go. Yeah, I don't think Saleh's a guy I'm picking, you know?
No.
Liam Cohen said, though, it's fucking my name, dude. I'm out of Rhode Island.
Exactly.
You think this guy's just going to run his mouth? His team has seemingly taken his identity, though. Dogs everywhere across Jacksonville. You like their offensive line. I don't love that as an Indianapolis Colts fan and
No.
season ticket holder.
I love their offensive line. We'll start with my guy Hainsey from the Shipyard, who I train all offseason.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
No,
Makes
they
a
didn't.
lot of
This is
sense.
going
to the second team.
Let the clip
bodyguard.
run. Let the clip run as he gets to the future Hall of Fame linebacker, Fred Warner. Chase his ass down, put him on the ground, cut back behind.
Oh.
That's big time. Out leveraged, out in space, getting to him, that's big time.
Winning record down there in Jacksonville. Is it because the offensive line? Is that what you're saying here? The ETN's been dancing. I haven't seen him run a lot.
Yeah, I think it's everybody. ETN's towards the top of the league in rushing performances every single week, and it starts with their offensive line, but it starts with Liam Cohen understanding the run game is just as important as the balls down the field.
What are you shitting, bub? Oh, the
36.
last one.
Yeah, God.
Oh my.
Damn.
That looked like a double punch to the jaw.
Jeez.
They're playing very physical brave foot. Look at 55.
Oh, my God. Yeah, well, that
Rolling
could
at
be-
his knee.
Got a little knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hurt his knee. I don't know how these big guys run down the field, have so many awkward shots, and not hurt themselves. How quickly guys are able to get up. We said that about Caden Proctor. Caden Proctor, with how large he is. What was it? 370?
Like 6'7", 365.
He's huge.
Something like that. Did you see how smoothly he got up?
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Just like smooth. Like it wasn't like it was no pain. It was no struggle with how big he is. Just smoothly got up, smoothly caught it. It's like these guys are incredible athletes. Incredible athletes.
Glad I got out at the time that I did because they just keep getting bigger, stronger, faster, and more
Whip your
athletic.
Hall of Famer, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
Western Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic League Basketball Hall of Famer, A.Q. Shipley.
Yeah.
He should have maybe been out there at tackle. They always had him at center and guard, and then on the wedge of kickoff. Might have should have been out there dancing with those quick feet out there at left tackle.
I also want no part of that. I want no part of being
Why,
out there.
'cause those
tackling.
little baby
No,
arms?
No, because Daniil Hunter's sitting across from me. I don't want that. And I'm telling you, the worst anxiety I ever had my entire life was whenever I was playing at guard and they just put Julius Peppers, James Harrison, Chandler Jones over me every single week.
So it's like there's a little bit of an experience of a tackle.
I felt it. Yeah. I felt it. I held my own and I fought.
Yeah, you did.
I fought.
You fought. You certainly did.
12 years of fight.
Yeah, you did.
years,
Super Bowl
long
champion.
time.
Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl
That's
champion. Who's the number 2 offensive line performing off week 4?
Yeah, let's go back to the Buffalo Bills.
Love that.
Playing at a high level, and let's start with David Edwards on this play. Let's look at the left guard here. Let's watch him lift another human off the ground and throw him. He almost hurts Deion Dawkins. Look at this. Just throws him.
Jeez.
Just throws him. And let's look at the backside right tackle filling in for Spencer Brown, Ryan DeMarc. Let's watch him. Great pad level. Get underneath him. Drive your feet. Bury him. Finish over the top of him.
So the Bills are It feels like everybody we're watching kind of a nasty.
Yeah.
Is the nastiness coming back to offensive linemen?
It better be, because I've had enough of the finesse shit. I've had enough.
There's been a lot of that, though, hasn't there?
There has been a lot of
years?
finesse, but I think now you're starting to see the jumbo packages, the big formations, and guys running off the ball trying to finish guys again. It's
Yeah,
cool.
and you're spotlighting it, too, on X. Guys know that if you get a couple good blindsides in, AQ will put it over, and J.J. Watt will be pissed off about it.
Oh, yeah.
Number
I came back
one.
on that.
You did win on that. Number one, performing offensive line.
The Detroit Lions.
Wow, they're back.
All the way back.
They're back. The Detroit Lions are all the way back.
They look so good. And when you watch Penei Sewell, not on this play, but all game long, just beating the hell out of people. But let's watch this scheme right here. Really good. Right side's going to kick out. Left side, we're going to call this a slice technique. Left guard's going to block out on the 3-tech. We're going to slice Taylor Decker behind. Get up on a line. Look at that fucking hole. Can you guys run through that hole?
They're back. Yes,
Oh,
we sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
Gaping hole.
We saw a lot of that from Detroit over years past, but we know with the retirement of
Frank
Ragnow.
and the cutting of
Zeitler.
and also of
Skip.
and the loss of Ben Johnson, who we now know is like a drill instructor. We didn't know if the offensive line was ever going to be what it was in the past. Feels like you're saying, don't worry about it. They are back to who they have always been.
Yeah, we highlighted last week how good Cleveland's defense is. This week, this unit held them to 0 sacks and ran for over 100 yards. Gibbs had an electric day. Montgomery got shut out a little bit. They knew he was getting the ball when he was in, but up front, they beat the shit out of this unit.
D-But, think about MCDC talking about the Cleveland Browns defense. They're calling it historic, man. They're saying you can't out-tough this team, man. They're saying, think about all that he could have drawn from for this particular performance. You said the Browns had 0 sacks?
0 sacks.
Yeah, I mean, coming in,
Abnormal.
beating up, because it's two back-to-back AFC North teams who's known to be tough. Ravens and then now the Cleveland Browns. And on Gibbs' touchdown run, like the way they just move, I think Mason Graham was in, like the whole right side of the offensive line was just bully ball. You love that. That should always be the basis of this Detroit Lions offense, and they're back to who they were.
I love that the Lions are tough again. That's MCDC. Congrats to the top 5 in the trenches.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats. Top 5 performing offensive lines out of week 4. Number 1, Detroit Lions. We saw maybe a friend choice there. Is that what you guys heard in the middle of that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, this guy sleeps in my house in the offseason.
See, this first step he has is called the AQ Shuffle. If you see, we coach him up on
You
that.
put your arms in real close because you don't have long arms. Don't need them. It's actually kind of a benefit whenever you're trying to get through some space. And then you get out there and then he dumps the guy.
Hey, you guys know who has the 4th lowest pressure rate among all offensive linemen in the NFL right now? Robert Hainsey.
Whoa!
Let's go.
Who's giving those grades?
I mean,
Shipyard LLC.
it's not me.
grade.
It's not me.
It's the only grades I want to look at.
Is it PFF grades?
I think it's ESPN's pressure rates.